You need to break yourself up if you want to speculate.
The Russian monetary easing from
Now,
China.
Ineffective speculators. Other thing they do? They buy keep stuff. I'm back, and I got 5 more bad habits. You need to break yourself up if you want to speculate like a pro. Let's get right back to it. Ineffective speculators. Other thing they do? They buy cheap stocks because they assume everything.
Natural gas, those are not specific, right? You're not to say those are natural resources. So with everybody, and you now have the bank of Japan, England, America, Chinese apparently loosening up. Everybody is now loosening the money supply, printing money.
Hi, I'm Max Kaiser. This is the Kaiser Report.
Jim and Andrew,
We also had a
probably
relatively
are
low
function from China using an economic data as
interest rate where banks borrow from the federal government. It was a lot more important back in
The shortages of nearly all commodities developing and I'm going to make money in the commodities. If the economy does get better, it's going to print a lot more money. Place to be, and we all have
I was just saying, I told you, this has been happening for weeks. All we do is search stuff online. And we use several different search engines, but start pages, stuff just proxies. And if someone in the world is watching us, we hope they take technology to learning that they're being listened to our searches. People saying they're killing us. Of course they can't have me on air dominant. And I'm dominating all of the web now. You're being censored everywhere.
Everything in the world
I have confirmed, and people are
maybe the US dollar will go up initially, but probably everything would be hit in the shock that made it worse. So I own gold. I'm not selling my gold.
The crash of Lehman Brothers. It was a discussion on my side of
and what the Fed is doing is simply guaranteeing that
most people don't understand
the 0% interest rates prevent.
And perhaps you know Venus Project, you know the Revolt Charter organization, you know perhaps the books and the stories of Gene Roddenberry, Star Trek, where we live in a world without money. I can tell you it is possible. But the problem we are facing is how can we get there? And all that we have to know is it happens in our minds. We have to push the right switches and then we will find the path.
Okay, traders. Hello to another FM Signals Info Show edition. My name is El-Erian Galch, and you're welcome to another 48 hours technical analysis and synthesis. Okay, by the way, today one again a little bit later. It's the 17th April 2012, 2010 New York time, Toronto 21:10:11, and by the way, right here right now in Central Europe, in Brussels, Frankfurt, Zurich, and of course Stuttgart. Here in my hometown, it's 2:11 Central European time in the morning, Wednesday, by the way. However, welcome again, and let's get started with the New Zealand dollar US dollar, by the way. Okay, why I'm choosing this? Today I chose also US dollar ZAR, South African rand. I tweeted it also where I saw last week saw trading capability and where I would still buy dollar against ZAR, and in this case, in this contest, I would proudly sell US dollar or even buy New Zealand dollar against US dollar, by the way. So not sell, preferably slightly prefer New Zealand dollar against US dollar for the next 24 hours, 48 hours until the end of this week, and we will see how will this cross rate continue this week and then perhaps next week. Okay, why? Let me shortly explain, and I try to break it down further in the next 10 minutes. However, here we go. Here important data this week, by the way. Here important data, by the way. So come back. A little bit problems with my picture. Okay, here we are back. So okay, here we are. The data for this week. Why I'm choosing this currency. One, we will only have one data from New Zealand and next in 22 hours. By the way, important data here in red. CPI Q on key, so quarter on quarter. CPI inflation data. And by the way, here in orange, crude oil inventories, also important, but slightly not so. And by the way, of course, not tomorrow, the day ahead. So on Thursday we will get unemployment claims in the US, leading index, existing home sales, and Philly Fed manufacturing index. So of course, natural gas storage also. But yes, that's the economic outlook for this week. So tomorrow not much. Only the oil inventories can we ignore for this cross trade. And by the way, important, in my opinion, CPI data, unemployment claims, and Philly Fed and existing home sales. So we will have an impact from outside here in this cross rate in 22 hours and 37 hours. And yes, all about that. We can trade this currency on technical basis. So, and that's the reason, also a reason why I'm choosing this currency. Okay, so don't ignore the CPI data, unemployment claims, existing home sales, and Philly Fed if you want to trade this currency next days. Okay, let me close this. Cuts too much RAM here on my. Okay, and so we can break this cross trade technically down. Okay, here we are. Here we go. Here I tried last week, by the way. Here we've got this 5 minutes outbreak. Here I tried to buy this even for hires, but and told you here, take it here or here, stop. So it was a lost trade last week, by the way. And here we are trading here under this line, if you want, down under the highs of last week. So okay. So, but much more important for me is here the bigger picture. So I'm here showing you the 1 hourly time frame. Another one was, of course, usually 5 minutes time frame. Here the 1 hourly time frame, and we see here create from March and April here this sideways trend. So 200, 300 pips, by the way, high lows here. 300 and pretty sideways trend here after the fall in February. So, and the question is, of course, will we break out or stay in? By the way, so I'm painting here these 3 lines. So here, let's zoom a little bit. Okay, here back, these 3 lines. So here, once again, and these 3 lines. Here the high after the sell-off, before the last sell-off here, I'm painting a line here, and we see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 today in the last hours. 9 times we tried to trade above it and don't get it much more than 24 hours or 48 hours. So for us short-term traders, it was in review always an great sell opportunity. So, and I would proudly and even speculate for continuous higher prices here. Not in 1 day, not in 2 days, even as I said, until the end of the week, and then we will see if we are trading here above. Perhaps next week, then we can break here this high, but step by step. So Okay, here we see the lows, but later I will tell you how I will trade this currency. Okay, but here's the long-term picture. Here we see 9 times fell-offs, and the question, of course, the opportunity is higher. Then we've also get a 10th how do you say, fails breakout. Of course. So very high speculative. But we see here. But what makes me, optimistic to go along is here this upside trend, one of the lows, the upside trend, and we see here we've got after the low, 22nd March, here this lows here at first, even the low at 0.8056.7, then roundabout 0.81.5 if you want, 4.85. So here and here once again a little bit higher. So very speculative, of course, very speculative. So here the trade of an outbreak. So okay, that's the 1 hourly chart, but come back to the 5-minute chart and put these lines of the 1 hourly chart in the 5-minute chart. So here and here the lines of the 5-minute chart together. So, and then we've got here this chart, and here we see, here are the lines. We are trading here a little bit under this here, this very long line since 2nd March. So we're trading a little bit above it, down under. So here are the line of last week, the highs of last week. So, and here are the fails upside trend. So, and interesting here we see down under this upside trend. So, okay, that's the situation in the 5-minute chart. And for us traders, and important is also here we've got the weekly trend line, if you want. Here the one, then 1440. It's the weekly average, and we've got here, if you want, here in this week, and yeah, in sell-off if you want. Here we traded down under and got the, and now we're trading above it. So I don't want to interpret too much in this, but slightly give me perhaps also an buy signal. Proudly here the daily average. I would feel better if we get here a little bit of sell-off, and then I would take this much more as a buy opportunity. However, let's break it more down. So and analyze the trading sessions. Here we see the New York trading session, and here the Wellington trading session. Of course, we are trading right here right now at 2020 New York time, or wherever you are. Here down under, you see the times. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Here, back 2021 New York time, or even 22:21 Central European time on April 18 April 2:12 on New York time, 17 April 2012, 2021. However, here we are trading, now we're in it. So sometimes also interesting to know how the price developed even in the while the trading session. And here I'm painting some lines in. So here, so I wanna figure out where are the highs, where are the lows, and what character this cross rate made while the trading session. And here we see the highs. Here we see the lows. So, and interesting, here we see the high from last week, from Friday, and here of course two was the Friday, and and the Monday edition here, Monday, as I said, yes, here last week, here this week. So that was while European trading time, the high. Here was the New York trading session on Friday, and here we've got the high for Monday, and we see here on Monday, while European time, here we've got here this sell-off, and then touch this sharply downside trend. So I painted here also an horizontal line here on the right side, and we see on Tuesday, so yesterday while New York and New Zealand, we've got something like a sideways trend, and yesterday while Wellington trading session, we've got here this sell-off and a great VW formation. So, and now we're and the trading session from yesterday or from today, New York, here was even something like a comeback, if you want. So, and that's a speculation for today. That's a shortly speculation for today. So even that we've got here, if you want, something like an turnaround formation. Purely technically speculation. So, okay. So, and even a hedge, as I said in my German edition, I said, as I said, one moment. No, okay, yes, you're right. Yes, I was a little bit confused. Not sell, of course, this was a euro trade from yesterday, of course. Oh, shame. Thank you. Yeah, told me that. So today I also put produce a video to sell dollar ZAR, and by the way, I would slightly also prefer to buy New Zealand dollar, so in both times slightly to sell the dollar for the next in this cross trade, not in every one. So yes, analyze every cross trade, by the way. Yes, so I was a little bit confused with the euro trading capabilities and options for Monday. Okay, back on court. Here we see, and the trade is, of course, here we've got this sharp sell-off on Friday, Monday, Tuesday something like a sideways trend. So and so Monday, yes, and Tuesday here, perhaps this turnaround formation, and perhaps we fall here back, even while opening trading session, and perhaps here on the daily moving average, and that would be here for me, of course, once again a buy opportunity. So okay, so let's zoom this a little bit sharper, or perhaps put perhaps the Fibo lines inside. So here we are. Here are the Fibo lines on monthly basis, by the way. Here we see the monthly highs. The monthly lows are lower under this upside trend. So very important here. We see here. So okay, here are the low. So, and we are here. So very important. But come back. Here we are. Yes. And here we are trading round about the 50 high low of this month. So, and perfectly, in my opinion, will be if we are falling here to the 38.2. So we've got also an A, B, C, D, E, and break, and we create here, if you want, a bigger A, B, C, and then D. So that's the trading plan, or the idea behind this long trading capability of today. Once again, A, B, C, D, E broke here while the trading session, and here A, B, B, C, and D here, and then E once again above. So, however, here while round about the 50 high low of this month down to the 38. So, okay, let's zoom this a little bit more. Here we are, and we see we broke this, and we are trading here right here right now, trading or fighting here with the 50 high low and here with the weekly moving average. So, okay, and we see here once again, if we zoom a little bit higher, here Monday and Tuesday we are traded down under. So that could be also in a bigger picture or in the weekly time frame. Here trades above the weekly. That would be also a great buy opportunity. So not so high, even at the monthly highs, not so fast, so furious, but until the end of the week here, I would expect with prices here around about this price area. So, okay, and here we see the trading session from Wednesday in New York. So, okay, let's zoom a little bit once again. Here we are, here we go. Here we see it much better, and zoom once again. So, and we see here the upside trend here from upside trend. So, okay, and by the way, these are here from Monday European trading session, or Tuesday, excuse me, for today's European session. Here we see the lows while Wall Street opened, and here we see the New Zealand trading session. Here even on it's Wednesday, of course, there. So, and I would slightly prefer, or proudly prefer, here to go long in this area. So, and the question is, of course, how. And I'll come to the end, or break it down, and give you a trading capability. Here we are, here we go. So, by the way, yes, okay, here's next, and here we are, here we go. Here, I'm painted. I would the last stop make here at the lows of Wednesday trading session. So the low is here at the first time, or the second stop. Here's the end stop, by the way, by 81.79. So these are 14 and 21, 35 pips to the downside. But if you don't wanna have so much, okay, it's not so much risk appetite, you can also take here the highs, the high before Wall Street open yesterday or today, and here the low while if you want the high and the low before the Wall Street session of Tuesday here. And then we've got here this trend line, slightly downside trend, and this is round about the 82 area. So if you want, you can also take here 14 pip stop, 14 or 17 here by my broker, 82.17, 17 pips, 70 pips, or here slightly above. So I wouldn't wondering if we are falling here down. So here I would perhaps or proudly buy again, and here take the stop then. So you can wait, but yes, I would still prefer the long side, and the targets of the long side are, of course, here the downside trend, while Wall Street session here are right here right now 4 or 5 pips above, or 7 pips, excuse me, and here the highs are by my broker by 82.33.9, 34, so 14 pips. So I would prefer the long side. And the target, if you zoom a little bit, here we see the trading session from tomorrow. So I would proudly to see here and struggle and fight here in this area. Here. I would prefer the long side, or you can also wait here for the breakout. So I'm expecting here prices in this area, and perhaps tomorrow here, or hopefully an outbreak on the above side. So, and don't forget the stop. So once again, come on. Here once again, here. So, and don't forget to stop the lows of today trading session here. So, and if we are zooming, I'm thinking we've got here a great how to say, profit lost calculation. Even cause the target, if we get these two targets here, the first target is the highs from last week, and here, of course, the bigger time frame is, of course, here the one hourly, how to say in English, the 1 hourly here resistance support line from March. Here we've got 9 times, as I said before, the fails break off, and we are here trading the highs of today's trading session, even is a little bit down under. So very interesting formation here, by the way. Here I'm expecting here and struggle above it, and then even hopes that we are while New York trading here above, and then perhaps getting tomorrow while one session here above last week highs. So yes, so after this fails breakout. Okay guys, that's all. I'm hoping not too much information, you understand it, you could eat this. My name is still Damian from Gulo, Germany. It's 20:35 New York time on Tuesday, the 17th April 2012, or even 2:35 Central European time on Wednesday, by the way. I would probably prefer the long side. Here we see once again, here in this time frame, trade for an outbreak, the first target here above, here take the stop, and we will see what happens. And if we should fall down, take the stop, and should we come back this week, perhaps here cut and rebound, I would proudly buy once again in this area. So okay, here's the last stop. So here the last stop here above this. So here I wouldn't. So I would wait and see. However, unless the stuff again, it's still yours. The first target, second target, and here the bigger targets on the weekly time last week, and here on the, if you want, hourly time frame last month. So very interesting. Okay, best wishes. Unless the stuff again, it's still yours. Thanks for watching my video and spending your time. Have a great time. Good morning, good day, and good night, wherever and whenever you're watching my FM Signals info show. Bye bye guys, traders. Oh, we're touching the 50 FIBO line on monthly basis. So unless the stuff again, it's still yours, traders. Bye bye. Talking to you tomorrow by Wall Street.